The heat of the Cretaceous sun scorches the plains of what is now Patagonia, Argentina. The air is thick and heavy, alive with the cries of pterosaurs and the rustle of giant ferns swaying in the wind. But then, a deep rhythmic vibration shakes the ground, as smaller creatures scatter. From behind the trees, an enormous shape emerges, a towering predator, its teeth glinting like knives under the light. This is Giganotosaurus carolini, the southern giant, one of the largest and most terrifying carnivores to ever walk the earth. The name Giganotosaurus means giant southern lizard, from the Greek gigas, giant, notos, south, and sauros, lizard. It was named in 1995 after an incredible discovery by Ruben D. Carolini, an amateur fossil hunter in Patagonia. The findings sent shockwaves through the scientific world. For the first time, paleontologists had uncovered a predator that could rival and perhaps even surpass Tyrannosaurus rex in size. Giganotosaurus lived approximately 99 to 97 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. It belonged to a group of theropods called Carcharodontosids, named for their shark-toothed jaws. These apex predators dominated the southern continents while T. rex ruled the north. It was a true titan of flesh and bone, reaching up to 13.5 meters 44 feet in length, standing 4.5 meters 15 feet tall at the hips, and weighing close to 8 tons. Unlike Tyrannosaurus rex, whose bite relied on brute force, Giganotosaurus hunted with speed, strategy, and precision. Its lighter skull, long tail, and muscular legs allowed it to reach speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, 31 miles per hour, astonishing for a creature of such scale. It was built not as a brawler, but as a pursuer, capable of chasing down prey over open terrain. And its prey was worthy of its size, the colossal Argentinosaurus, the largest known land animal in history. To bring down such a beast, Giganotosaurus may have hunted in small groups or family units, striking strategically, biting and retreating, forcing the giant herbivore to weaken over time. Its temperament, as we can imagine, was fearless and relentless. This was not a creature that stalked in shadows, but one that ruled the open plains, confident, intelligent, and utterly dominant in its environment. To survive in the harsh ecosystems of Cretaceous Patagonia, Giganotosaurus needed more than strength, it needed strategy. Fossil sites containing multiple individuals suggest it may have exhibited pack or coordinated hunting behavior, a rare trait among large theropods. Though not proven beyond doubt, the evidence paints a picture of cooperation. Groups of Giganotosaurus working together to encircle and exhaust gigantic sauropods like Argentinosaurus. Their hunting technique relied on precision and endurance rather than brute force. One or two individuals might distract the prey from the front, roaring and feinting, while others attacked from the sides or rear. Using their long, muscular tails for balance, they could pivot quickly, delivering slashing bites to soft tissue. The sharp, serrated teeth acted like saw blades, slicing through muscle and vessels, inflicting massive blood loss rather than immediate death. Once their prey collapsed, the herd of predators would feast, their powerful jaws tearing through tons of flesh. Despite their terrifying power, Giganotosaurus likely scavenged when the opportunity arose. No hunter, no matter how dominant, wasted a meal in the dangerous Cretaceous world. Its brain was relatively large compared to other giant theropods, particularly in the regions responsible for vision and coordination, indicating an animal capable of complex movement and perhaps tactical awareness. This was not a mindless killer, it was a thinking predator, capable of assessing threats and adapting strategies. Its senses were finely tuned. With forward-facing eyes, Giganotosaurus possessed binocular vision, allowing precise depth perception for judging distances when charging at prey. Its sense of smell was highly developed, able to detect carcasses or wounded animals from kilometers away. And its hearing, sensitive to low frequencies, could have helped it communicate with others of its kind through deep, resonant calls that echoed across the plains. As for temperament, it was likely territorial and solitary, except during mating seasons or when hunting in loose coalitions. A confrontation between two adult Giganotosaurus would have been a clash of titans, jaws snapping, tails whipping, earth shaking beneath their weight. The scars and bone injuries found in fossils of related species suggest that dominance battles were both brutal and frequent. The environment it ruled was as formidable as the creature itself, an ecosystem filled with colossal herbivores, swarms of smaller carnivores, and a landscape of dry riverbeds and fern prairies. In this world, Giganotosaurus stood at the apex, the undisputed king of the southern continent. Its closest relatives, such as Brachiosaurus and Cretaceous, shared similar traits, suggesting that these shark-toothed lizards evolved a unique predatory dynasty in the southern hemisphere, paralleled to the Tyrannosaur lineage in the north. They were not as stocky or bite-heavy as T-Rex, but their advantage lay in agility, teamwork, and reach, a deadly combination of speed and intelligence. The life cycle of Giganotosaurus began, as with all dinosaurs, in the fragile shell of an egg. Fossilized nesting grounds of similar species indicate that these giants likely laid eggs in sandy or clay-rich soil, covering them with vegetation for warmth. The hatchlings were tiny in comparison to their parents, barely a meter long, but they grew rapidly, feeding on small reptiles and carrion until they became strong enough to hunt larger prey. Juveniles may have formed temporary groups for safety, much like modern crocodiles, while adults led more solitary lives. It's likely that only the strongest survived to maturity, as the harsh world of the Cretaceous offered little mercy for the weak. Growth rates in large theropods suggest Giganotosaurus could reach full size in about 20 years, during which it would transition from opportunistic scavenger to apex predator. The end of Giganotosaurus's reign came not through battle, but through time and transformation. Around 97 million years ago, shifting climates and changing sea levels reshaped the ecosystems of South America. New predators and competitors emerged, and prey species evolved or migrated. Slowly, the dynasty of the southern giants faded. The first fossils of Giganotosaurus were discovered in 1993 by Ruben de Corellani, near the town of El Chocan in Patagonia. The skeleton, nearly 70% complete, became one of the best-preserved giant theropods ever found. When unveiled in 1995, it stunned the scientific community, a carnivore even longer than Tyrannosaurus rex. Later discoveries confirmed that Giganotosaurus was part of a vast lineage of massive predators, including Brachiosaurus, which may have reached lengths of over 14 meters, 46 feet. But beyond the measurements and numbers lies something far more powerful, the idea that nature never stops pushing limits. Giganotosaurus represents evolution at its most extreme. Speed in the body of a giant, intelligence in the heart of a killer, balance between brutality and grace. So imagine the Cretaceous plains of Patagonia, the thunder of footsteps shaking the ground, herds of Ankylosaurus moving slowly through the heat, and far in the distance the shadow of Giganotosaurus watching, silent, patient, calculating. A flash of movement, a roar that splits the air, and the chase begins. The Southern King has risen. Closing message for your video. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, comment what you like the most, and share it with someone who needs to hear this too.